Welcome and good evening, wonderful dice, all alignments. I'm Lunar D8. OBS seems working just fine. Let's go and hop into this. Okay, I need to double check OBS. Okay. Yes, I double checked it again. Turned off deep laboratories. Turned on a Pokemon thing. So but didn't I? I guess I forgot to turn the Pokemon thing on. Next time, we'll do Pokemon stuff. I showed at least the characters in the Pokemon mod before, but I didn't actually do anything with it. I just turned off Deep Laboratories because I was like, hey, I want to actually show off any changes that the Pokemon mod does to the game. Because Deep Laboratories tends to override that, but I guess I forgot. That's honestly, it shouldn't be that surprising to me. My short-term memory seems to be awful. So, I'm sorry I'm so forgetful. But we do have demonic sigils. I just type in demonic sigils. Nope. To actually find them. Okay, so probably toward the very bottom. Because it is a mod, yep. Okay, so these are new, I guess, Devil Deal items. There's 15 of these. So we have 15 demonic sigils. Which I guess you have to buy in the Devil Room anyway. I don't think you can get these things naturally. Okay, we have Sigil Lucifer, Sigil Baphomet, Belial, Valak, Amon, Paimon, Digimon, Digital Monsters. Digimons are the champions. Digital champions. Okay, I enjoyed Pokemon and Digimon when it first came out, okay? I remember being younger than Ash Ketchum. But I will say this, Orange Island League was the best. And granted, it's cool, all the extra stuff they've done, they made a new series. And I understand, yes. You know, you gotta keep it, it's like Power Rangers. You can't have it get more violent. It's like Batman, you can't have Batman killing people. One, in story reasons, is because, you know, honor, plus he doesn't feel emotionally okay with it, because he feels like, one, if he acts on it, he won't, you know, stop. But also, it's like, well, it's a very, you know, he became Batman out of the trauma and stuff that happened, so it's like, yeah, it's a major personal issue to him. Besides, it makes Batman a more interesting character because, you know, it's about that conflict. Because here's the thing, with most of the villains, either one, it's a strong villain that it would be a lot easier to just go in with lethal force, whereas trying to fight them without killing them is actually almost, well, let's be clear, in real life, would probably get him killed. But, yeah. Most of the villains, like, I mean, College Humor has, like, done a lot of really, really hilarious things with Batman. Like, if you ever get the chance, just type in College Humor, Batman, you know, the Batman series, and there's other, like, other channels, like there's a Super Xavier and a Solid JJ and Jet. That just, it's really funny. Then again, there's so many channels out there that do either meme reactions or just meme readings, and I'm just saying comedy's nice. Then again, I'll still look up Robin Williams stand-up. You know, just it's nice. I enjoy listening to it. It's funny. I don't really remember when I'm Batman. I was talking about Batman for some reason. Give me a moment. I'll remember. Batman. Right. It's just, you know, it's made for kids. You can't have a show for kids in which, you know, Batman's killing people. You know, it's for kids. You can't. But let's be clear, in real life, I was recently watching Kevin Conroy, you know, the Batman animated series. Episode 2 is when first episode you see Joker, and it's kind of established at this point that, you know, Batman's been doing the Batman thing for well over a decade, and that Joker's been an ongoing villain for well over a decade at this point. And we're not talking about the stuff he does in future episodes, or might have done during the whole time before that with Batman, or stuff, happens in any of the very, very dark movies or games. We're just talking about that one episode where they first introduce him. Keep in mind, it's rated Y7 for people that are at least 7 years old. Granted, it's not too gratuitous with the gore or anything, thank goodness, but dude commits domestic terrorism. He blows up a bridge, tries to destroy a train, not to mention the train itself, all the stuff in cargo, but also it's, in addition to normal cargo, there's the other kind of cargo, people! Plus he kidnaps a commissioner, his family, a detective, plans to murder them, hijacks and pirates radio stations, takes over public property, shoots just barely short of ballistic missiles all over a populated city. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, just that alone, that one episode, he's getting the death penalty. Here's the thing. Yes, people say, oh, a Batman, it's, he's letting these people go. It's not his job to kill them. It's actually fucked up to, expect him to do it. He's not okay with it, so it's not right to try to force Batman or pressure him into doing it. At the same time, at that point, it's one thing if someone's just a little bit mentally unstable and they annoy people. I mean, take me. I would be the worst Batman villain ever. Oh, what's Lunar doing? Well, he's following Batman around talking about his feelings, and then they went to Dairy Queen and got ice cream. That's the worst thing I'm ever going to do. I'm going to annoy people and eat ice cream. But, whereas at the show, it's these people are doing really, really violent things and hurting people. I'm pretty sure at that point, there's no reason why, 1, he's still alive. 2, and I cannot stress this enough, there's a difference between two people. Why is he able to escape Arkham? It's specifically for people who are criminals, who have committed horribly violent crimes. I don't know. That being said, in general, I just enjoy watching, TV shows, anime, and movie. I enjoy lots of stories. That's why I played SCP Containment Breach at one point. And I was commenting, you expect me to run away from the giant peanut man, but you put all these things here for me to read. I have to read things. It's like, oh, you must run, but first, lore. I must read the lore. But yeah, I just really enjoy movies and such, and just making. And on the one hand, it is fun to sort of dissect certain things just for analytical reasons. But even then, it's not like it's anything professional. It's just hey, random dude is just going over details of a TV show because I thought it would be fun. The end. It's not any sort of professional opinion or I'm some sort of knowledgeable individual. I'm just a guy who just wanted to. The end. It's oh, I thought it would be fun to just talk about it randomly and be oh, let's talk about this. There's nothing really to gain from it. There's nothing to... But it's just fun, but there's no point to be made. It's just, I just feel like talking about it. It's not oh yeah, we're doing a literary and lit analysis class here, and I'm being all professional and shit. No, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just talking about a TV show. About however it's interesting. It's like there's a website out there called TV Tropes. You could probably get lost in it. It's got links upon links upon links, where it's just all these things that are used, in stories a lot. But then you have examples in everything, whether it's movies, anime, comics, even old, classical, mythology. And heck, you could also type in something like Just type in any TV show or anime you like. You could type in, let's see, Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate. Like anime, there's Overlord, there's Assassination Classroom, there's Reincarnated Slime, and you'd have a list of like thousands of things, so like just various TV tropes and examples of it, and connections to other things where that same trope is used. Like there's no way you would never run out of stuff to read on that. It's just fun read. I don't remember what the fuck we're talking about. That's something about Batman, but it's just like it's just. That's another thing. Like Batman's giving away his identity in like every episode. Like it's like. Then again, I mean, you just like live in Gotham. It's just there's so many comedy shows that have made a point about this. It's like, hey, okay, there's a guy who has all this insanely expensive stuff, and you have the one billionaire. I wonder, because at that point, even if you don't think Bruce Wayne's Batman, you at least know he's the person financing it. So you know there's a connection. Like, I feel like the first thing that Gotham PD should be doing is like, then again, they probably wouldn't want to like try to go after Bruce, because one, they're like, oh, what if he actually is Batman? Well, we're making a powerful enemy here. But even if he's not Batman, if he's the person, tying the money into it, well, at this point, again, you're making a powerful enemy, regardless. And even if he has no connection to Batman, well, guess what? Now, he made a powerful enemy, and no matter what, he can try to sue you. I mean, this person's got the resources and the lawyers. I mean, and even then, he's known as a philanthropist. So, I mean, at that point, it's like there's several shows that made the joke that, the PD's aware that Bruce Wayne is Batman, and they're just being quiet about it because they don't want him to move. They're like, we need him for the economy. I feel like we've gone in a weird direction with this because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Feel free to comment in the comments, and I'll try to comment coherently and on some sort of topic that might be the topic you ask about. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't even finish reading through the sigils, and we just started veering off into something about Pokemon. It says, I will say this about Batman. Like the Injustice movies, whether it's the game or the movie. I'd like to see an alternative movie that goes down both the rabbit holes of Batman and Superman making alternate choices. For example, take that. Like, I enjoyed the original way of telling the story of Injustice in the original Injustice game. But of course, I think it was like, I don't know, how was it? What year did it come out? I think it was 2022, the new Injustice movie did. I'm not sure. But maybe it was 2019. I don't remember when things happened. I'm sorry. And I don't feel like looking it up. No Google powers right now. I don't feel like using them. Ran out of breath. Anyway. Give me a moment. I'll remember what I was saying. Alright. The Injustice movie. Like, on the one hand, like, there's that part where, like, Superman's already killed the Joker. And he's thinking about going to Arkham and stuff. And he's like, I'm angry and stuff. Like, Batman's like, you're better than that. Like, angry, blah, 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 blah. And, he's going off to do this, like Arkham. And Batman's like, Superman, stop. You're grieving. Give it some time. You're grieving, man. Like, there's two alternatives here. One, what if Superman just looked back at Batman and be like, yeah, you're right. I am grieving. I'm probably not thinking clearly. Let's go play some Crash Bandicoot and get some Dairy Queen. And then, Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent go get some Dairy Queen. And then they play some Crash Bandicoot. They could probably be in the Batcave playing Crash Bandicoot. I like ice cream, okay? They could also have a pizza. What pizza should Batman and Superman get? Let me know in the comments below. But, on the flip side, like, I'd like to see that movie, but also, what if Superman just just didn't kill the Joker to begin with. You know, he listened to the Green Lantern and Batman when they try and reason with him. Then, of course, there's the alternate where they manage to stop everything and Lois and everybody is alive. At which point, you know, Luthor, Joker, Scarecrow, a lot of people have certain things to answer for. Then, there's another version of the story. What if, at that time, you know, Batman, you know, whether it's before or after the whole telling Superman he's grieving thing, what if, you know, Batman said, okay, and wound up agreeing with Superman, and then Batman just never fought Superman, and Batman was actually, you know, taking Superman's lead, and never fought or questioned Superman on any of that stuff. Like, maybe just question a little bit here and there, like, it's like, are you sure you want to do this? It's like, trying to reason certain things. But, yeah, alternate thing where Superman's like, he's like, you're grieving, Superman. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And then, how the story proceeds from there, which, you know, at that point, the only thing Superman's done is kill the Joker. Which, at that point, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody can blame anybody in that situation. I mean, like, I feel at that point, like, even if it wasn't Superman, like, anyone just killed the Joker, I feel like the judge would be like, 2 weeks community service. And then, like, the person would be like, but I killed it, dude. But it was the Joker. Yeah, you're right. I'm doing too much. 1 week community service. Like, I'm just... Like, at that point, I feel like... Like, is that really breaking a law anymore? Like, what's the legality of that? Like, I'm pretty sure there are certain things that, you know, supersede laws in that situation. Especially something of that caliber. I mean, heck, at that point, I'm pretty sure a president, like, even if it were a legal thing, I'm pretty sure the president could, like, just pardon it. Like, I couldn't imagine any president in the history of time, whether in, well, I bet in fiction, I mean, Lex Luthor was president in fiction. Okay, real-life presidents. I couldn't imagine any real-life president not... That'd be like the equivalent of, like, Hitler came to visit America and then somebody shot him. Then again, at that point, that's... Because at that point, like, okay, why would he be in America? Like, are we trying to, like, negotiate some sort of, like... But at what point are we talking about in history? Are we talking before the war? Are we talking before the Holocaust has even started? At which point we're avoiding anyone dying? I don't know. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't watched it, I would recommend watching the movie Schindler's List. It has Liam Neeson in it. I think I pronounced his name right. But yeah, would recommend that movie. But yeah, I don't... Huh. Even in that situation with Hitler, what is the legality there? Especially given, you know, I mean, it would make a big difference if we're talking 1939 as opposed to 1943. Like, I feel like that would make a huge difference. Especially since if you went 1939 even. I mean, I don't think anyone could even imagine what would be coming, let alone just World War II itself. I mean, then again, hopefully, like, I would hope that, you know, there isn't war out there in the world, but of course there is. I'm just saying I would prefer a peaceful world where people don't go to war and nobody nukes anybody. But that's... I don't know. I really don't know what goes on a lot of times in modern events. Really, I don't want to get into politics stuff, because that's just depressing. It's really fucking depressing. Plus, it just... I always hear conflicting things on either side of it, and I'm like, what the fuck is even going on? But it's just... I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. In general, I'm just saying this. I'm not in the military. I have no intentions to ever be in the military. I would never wish to be drafted in the military. Then again, even if I was drafted in the military, I'm pretty sure I'd be completely fucking useless. That being said, I don't think anybody should be drafted by any military if they don't, believe in the cause. I don't think anybody should be forced to actually have to fight, regardless of what nation you're in. So I don't think anybody should be made or forced or drafted, especially if it's a war they don't believe in. But I think that's true of any war. There's situations where, and even then, depending on what country you are in, it's hard to say what even the news would be saying. I mean, if we take all the stuff going on modern day on the other side of the planet, I mean, I know Finland's building a wall just because there's a massive amount of people that are just pouring in there to try to escape it. And I know they don't want to get drawn into the conflict either. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know what to fucking think about this. And of course, it's just constant news stories, whether it's shit going on just here in America, people hurting each other, or people on the other side of the planet. It's like every time you turn on the news, it's another something else bad is happening. And even then, I don't know what to fucking think about it. Great, we went from talking about Batman to depressing shit. Okay, back to some sort of semblance of whatever fucking topic we're talking about. There's supposed to be a gameplay video of showing demonic sigils in a fucking video game of a kid shooting tears at fucking monsters. And I don't fucking know. I do not have ADHD. Pretty clear about that. I do not. Man, I made a movie review once called Daniel Stern Bullet Train. It's a half an hour of me trying to talk about the Brad Pitt Bullet Train movie. I may have talked about like 200 subjects, so no. I'm fine. I can definitely focus on one thing at a time without being hyper-fixated on it either. Definitely do that. I can. As I'm having to tap myself on the forehead to stop from spacing out and just daydreaming. It's like listen to Lunar 8. He's trying to have a video where he went off tangent like 20 times and then he just stopped talking because he just stared off into space having a daydream. It's like everyone at home, they're listen. My phone's ringing. Hold on, let me look at that. I think it was a telemarketer. I'll see if there's a voicemail later. I don't remember what I was talking about. Yeah, I do not have ADHD. I've never been diagnosed with any such thing, but at the same time, why is my short-term memory shit? Why can't I talk in a coherent fashion? I don't know. I'm just saying this. Legality of it. If we were talking back in the past, if somebody shot Hitler, what would be the laws in regard to that? How would that have been treated? Heck, during the time of Stalin. During any time of Stalin, which point, he was, in charge. what would have been the laws of that? Like, if an American had gone to Russia, shot Stalin, and then came back to America. But he did so completely on his own. You know, maybe even just some rich guy paid him to do it. Just saying. Like, say if the American, like, he's not even hiding, he's just walking around to a fucking Starbucks. Like, at that point, what does the federal government do? Like, what is the law in regard to that? Yeah, that's the thing, like, somebody shot Hitler. I mean, obviously, if you did that in the middle of the Reich, you know, in Germany, they would kill you. But let's say you did that and you managed to escape Germany to a place that... But again, keep in mind, you know, I mean, heck, Hitler at one point got the Man of the Year award for Time magazine for doing stuff to try to help the economy and build infrastructure and bridges and roads. Could you imagine the news stories at that point? They'd probably be calling the person who killed Hitler a monster at that point, because I mean, hell, the whole thing with stuff that happened during World War II, I mean, most of the German people didn't even know about, I mean, especially the whole Holocaust stuff, let alone the whole war. I mean, then again, I mean, a lot of stuff's more interconnected than ever before. I mean, back then, I mean, okay, you had, I mean, for all intents and purposes, television was not a thing that really counted as existing. I don't even remember what year the TV was invented. I think color TV didn't come around to the 60s, right? I mean, we freaking landed on the moon, what, 1969? So I think... I don't even know when color television started. I have heard an interesting thing, though. That if you take somebody who's never seen the TV in their entire life, and then have them watch just a black and white TV with no color, and don't let them see a color TV, that they will, one, start dreaming a whole lot, but all of their dreams will be in black and white. But, and in general, I've heard that, you know, people that watch televisions have more dreams than people that do not. But in general, if you take someone who's never seen a TV or any kind of screen, which honestly I'm not sure that even exists in this day and age, unless you're in a place without electricity, because I'm pretty sure televisions are basically everywhere. Like, I think even the Amish have TVs at this point. Because, I mean, there's times I've gone to Arby's, and I've seen groups of Amish on actual wagons at an Arby's with laptops and cell phones. So I'm like, I'm not sure what is the rules? Like, I feel like that's changing with the times, too. Like, just like how... Take technology nowadays. You could have lived in 2005 and gone back to the 80s and told them about the way the internet was even then. That nobody would have believed you. Heck, the first person to suggest the idea of microbiology and that Dr. Schwarzenegger got locked up in the loony bin. Hell, Galileo got put under house arrest for suggesting, you know, that the Earth went around the sun. I would say there's, you know, a time where people thought the Earth was flat, but apparently there are people still that think that. But I mean, let's be honest, the Earth is round, but at the same time, I live in Ohio. I have not left Ohio since 2004. It is 2023. I am going on 20 years straight of not leaving my state. I don't think I have traveled more. I would say I don't think I've been any greater than 200 miles from where I live. Yeah, since 2004. I was at Washington, D.C. back in, like, it was either extremely early 2001 or late 2000, which that's going on, what, 24 years ago at this point? Almost. So 23 years ago, technically, 23 and a half. I don't know. I don't remember when I was. But I will say this: there was a lot of museums. There were a lot of really big cathedrals and churches and historic things. Like there was the theater that Lincoln was in. There was, of course, all the monuments. Though I imagine in the fact that one, we had 9/11, we had the pandemic, and it's been over 20 years. I imagine a lot of things have changed in Washington, D.C. Like there's probably a lot more security, a lot more fences. It's probably harder to see the monuments. I don't know. Don't know how that works. And keep in mind, I'm trying to remember stuff that happened over 20 years ago at this point. It was nice to go. I mean, I really liked all the museums. There was lots of historical museums, science museums, and art museums. I mean, it was cool to see the architecture of the churches and stuff, and the monuments, but it's like, I seemed to like the museums had so much to them. But I don't know what that would be like now. I don't know. I don't even know what do we talk, like I was talking about the legality of shooting Hitler. Like, especially like what year and where and how. And like what would be the laws of, like, what would be the laws about that? Like, especially, like, let's say especially during wartime, if somebody who was not affiliated with the military at all had done that and then came back to the country was just eating out of Starbucks, what's the legality there? Like, I don't know what law would come into effect. Like, what are the rules to that? Now, we were talking about Pokemon or the Joker. Right, the Joker. Like, I'm just saying, he blows up parts of a city, kills all these people. Like, there's times later you see the Joker talks, which of course people do the smile thing, but it's implied they die horribly of a painful toxin. You just can't really show it gratuitously because, again, it's for kids. But everything's implied. You know, the adults are watching this. They know what's happening. It's just like, what is the legality of that? Like, I understand the context of a movie. Like, they'd probably do it a certain way to fit the storyline. You know, whatever's convenient for the story. But in real life, if somebody were doing the things that the people in the movies were doing, and somebody, like, and there was an actual Batman fighting them, and then just some random guy or another country stepped in at that point, what are the laws? Like, what is the legality of that? I don't know. Anyway, back to Batman. Like, here's the thing. Take what Batman was telling Superman, you're grieving, all that. You know, like, there was another time where, like, Batman was like, Superman and Wonder Woman were like, yeah, how many times you let this Joker go? You could have killed him. One, it's fucked up to expect Batman to do that. It's it's not his job. It's actually fucked up to expect him to do that. It's like, it's wrong to, like, expect him to do that. You know, that's not fair to Batman and his feelings and his well-being. I mean, the whole time Superman knew the shit was going on, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, at that point, we're getting to superheroes having jurisdictions, even though they're technically vigilantes. I mean, heck, at that point, is there a Metropolis PD that's trying to arrest Superman? Like, what's? I mean, heck, in episode 1 of Batman, the police officers are in riot gear and they have actual fully automated machine guns, and they're trying to take Batman in, and they're shooting at him with machine guns. So the police department is essentially trying to shoot a normal man with, shoot to kill orders, pretty much. Granted, Commissioner Gordon's like, no, stop it, stop shooting. But they're throwing, granted, usually tear gas grenades or something like that, or smoke grenades, but they have actual machine guns shooting at a dude. I mean, even if it's guys committing crimes as a vigilante, realistically, you're shooting him with machine guns. He's going to die. Like, that seems excessive. That seems kind of violent and dangerous. Forget what I'm talking about. Batman. But that's the other thing. While I do like analyzing stuff, especially if I'm watching it with somebody else, I like to enjoy the show just to enjoy it and laugh. I recently got the Rick and Morty Season 6 DVD. I binge watched it, the 10 episodes. I laughed at each episode. Granted, I could probably go back at some point and try to analyze and pick and shit with the fucking episodes. But that's if I only feel like it at that point. And if I was going to do it with somebody else around, I'd only fucking do that if it was something they'd actually want to fucking hear. But at the same time, that's usually not what you're doing with somebody else. You're just casually watching it to just enjoy it and enjoy the person's company. Whereas here, the whole point of a Let's Play, or I guess a Let's Not Play, where we're not actually playing, we're just staring at sigils as I just ramble. The main point is I can just talk randomly. I can just talk about whatever. I can't talk like this to... if I was talking to an actual person, I'd be annoying the shit out of them. And granted, the person listen to this oh, but you're annoying us too. Yes, but you chose to come here. You chose this. You chose to click on the video. You chose not to click the little X and just leave YouTube. You're there's two categories. There's the people who heard me and then just uninstalled YouTube and then chose to never go on the internet ever again. And then the people who continue to listen to me because they're awesome people and I think cool and I appreciate you. Again, like I said, if you're actually enjoying this to some degree of listening to me ramble about whatever, I am happy that you are enjoying it and I'm glad you're here. But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't promise anything. The only thing that is consistent about my channel is a complete lack of professionalism. I'm just some guy rambling at his computer. I understand that I am boring and annoying. But either way, I'm glad you're here for it. I'd high-five you if I could. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here, guys. I believe I've gotten a little bit distracted. But the other thing with Batman, they're getting on Batman saying, how many times you let this Joker go? Batman could have gone and responded this to Joker, to Superman. He'd be like, if I had tried to kill the Joker back during the time, what if Batman, let's say if Batman responded to Superman saying, okay, what if when I very first met you, Clark, if I had come to the decision that I needed to kill the Joker, the Superman you were when I very first met you, would you have let me do it? And what would you have said to me? Being the Superman you were back then, what would you have said? What would you have done if I had tried to kill the Joker? One, it gives a very interesting point to Superman, especially since hey, the acknowledgement that the person he was back then would never have been okay with the path that he was going down. And you're like, okay, we can have a little introspection, because, like I said, that's the thing. Batman could just be like, you're grieving, Superman. Superman like, yeah, you're right. Let's get some ice cream and we'll think this over and play some Crash Bandicoot. And like I said, no matter what, you absolutely can't blame killing the Joker. I mean, Joker, yeah, fuck. And on top of that, yeah, there's probably a lot of other inmates probably fit in similar categories. But maybe not a snap decision or judgment. Maybe there should be some sort of rework with the legal system in Gotham and Metropolis and all that. But again, we're not even talking about real world law. We're talking about just hypotheticals. Which again, it's cool. You take hypotheticals of Star Trek. They're talking about hypothetical laws and stuff. Sometimes it's a political commentary in real life, but the idea is that, by putting these what if scenarios out there, we can decide, hey, what if this happened? what would be morally right? What should we do? And it's kind of like Bert Kreischer. You know, the one guy. The I am the machine. You know, listen to his stand-up. He's pretty funny, but he makes a very good point about this, too. You know, when he's talking about the train and the mafia and stuff. Funny guy. I like stand-up comedy, okay? Heck, there's people that do little mashups with, like, Naruto and stuff. And they, like, put, like, Dave Chappelle and other comedians' voices on there. It's hilarious. Who else is there? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm just saying you, like, type in Naruto comedians. Or College Humor Batman. That's pretty funny. But yeah, they make a point of that. Like, there's, like, just Batman fighting people. Like, if you're knocking people unconscious or hitting them that hard, like, people are fragile. I mean, I sometimes walk around and I stub my toe and I'm like, ah! Ah, fuck, ow! Ow! I'm just saying, I'm clumsy. I've walked into a stop sign before. I can't ride a bicycle. Like, I imagine I can't learn because I don't think I can afford those medical bills. I have a book on juggling. I've kind of tried it. Like, I really haven't sat down and really tried it, though. That's a standing thing. I'm just saying, I still can't juggle at all. I have no skill at it. I probably never will. But I'm trying, kind of, as I don't know. Then again, I want to learn Japanese, so I can sing anime songs. I also want to be good karaoke. You know, my voice uplifts your ears. I can't sing, but I enjoy singing. It's like I enjoy doing things, but I have no skill at them. I don't know. But I'm just saying, Pokemon. Like, especially if you look at Pokemon 2000, it's a movie that was basically capping on chronologically when Ash was at Orange Island Lakes. Orange Island Lakes, best series and season of all Pokemon. So Pokemon Orange Island and Pokemon 2000. With Luigi and stuff. And you're saying, toward the end of 2000, you know, Pokemon 2000, the second movie, during the Orange Island Lakes, you know, Team Rocket, they wound up temporarily becoming good guys. I would have liked to see that more. I wanted to see Jesse and James fully, 100% become good guys and just casually, you know, rock around and hang out with Ash. I mean, it could have still been Misty and Tracy, Misty and Brock, Misty, Tracy, and Brock, or any of the other people. Like there was a Dawn and a Summer and a Amy or something. Or was that Amy from the Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't remember. I think there was an Amy in Pokemon 2. But I'm just saying, any of those groups of people, but I wanted to see Jesse and James just actually traveling with Ash the same way Brock and Misty do. Fully 100% good guys. There is no ulterior motive. There is no, you know, trick. There is no, you know, there is no deception. They are 100% on Ash Ketchum's side. To the point that there's an episode where, you know, Jesse and James will just be sitting on Ash Ketchum's couch with his mother and Professor Oak. And they're just going to be drinking some brisk iced tea or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. Then again, I would like to see in the series in the same facet, but I'd want Ash to be older. But again, you can't have Pokemon or Power Rangers or or Batman doing stuff. Well, I mean, granted, we made Injustice by the same people that did NetherRealm Studios, so yeah, that's why it could be violent. And I'm not necessarily saying I don't like. It's not like I'm asking for Ash Ketchum to become like the animated John Wick, but with cute, adorable doggos. That's not what I'm asking. But now that I say it, I don't think I'm against that either. I'm just saying, right, I watched the John Wick movie recently. It was awesome. Keanu Reeves is, well, awesome. I thought it was a great movie. And I honestly don't know what movie he's going to do next, but I hope it's also just as awesome. I know I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3, which I think doesn't come out for another year and a half. I think it's supposed to be like September 2024. I don't even know what the story's going to be about. I know it's got Wolverine in it, Hugh Jackman, so that's fucking awesome. But I have no idea what the story could be about. I don't know. I'm out of breath. I think I might get a pizza in a bit. I don't remember what we're talking about. Sorry. I need a little navy flying it by a visible white wall. I need a little whiteboard, but like, this is what you were talking about, Lunar. Like, oh right, that. Thank you, Navi. I'm an asshole. I'm just imagining, like, if there was an actual Navi flying around, what kind of outfits would she be wearing? Then again, I'd probably be at a mall or some shit, and Navi'd be like trying to pick out my outfit. Then again, I wouldn't mind dressing like an anime character. Like, imagine if I was like dressed up as like Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. And I think like it'd be okay to go around with a gunblade because it's that noticeably a fantasy weapon that no one's gonna think it's an actual fucking weapon. Whereas like there's other anime characters where it's like a gun type thing, like even the same series, like a Laguna. Like, I'll say this, at one point, like, Laguna's kind of a spirit animal for me, because just how goofy and silly he is. Like, I kind of try to act like that myself, in the silliness aspect. But as far as, I would never be able to do a cosplay of him, because he just has a giant-ass fucking machine gun. Which, the only thing that makes it look not real is the fact that it's, I think it would be bigger than any actual machine gun that actually exists in real life. Then again, there's probably some gun enthusiasts out there like, no, there's this one model that's like does this and looks like that and it's fucking awesome. I'm like, whoa, that looks cool. That'd be awesome in a movie. But I'm just saying, a gunblade. Granted, if I had like a Buster Sword 5x7, it would have to be like hollow and made of fucking cardboard. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to fucking lift it. Then again, probably like I'd be a danger to everyone because I'm such a clumsy son of a bitch. So I'm like, what happened? Well, Lunar was walking with his giant 70-pound fucking metal sword, and he just like turned with it like, and it's like 12 feet that way, and it just like sort of broke a windows at a Barnes and Noble. I'm like, I'm sorry, I broke a shelf. Like, oh fuck, my sword's falling down the escalator. Oh shit, the escalator's on fire. The escalator, why is it explode? Oh, there's sparks everywhere. Oh! I may have gotten carried away with that. The main point being, if you guys could cosplay, what would you want to cosplay as? There are no wrong answers. I want to know what animes you guys like. What anime characters you would want to dress up as. Heck, what anime characters do you guys think, you know, is what you guys are as a personality? Now, granted, if you want to, you can describe your physical looks with anime characters too, but I'm more so going with personality. Where, here's the thing, you guys can tell me what anime characters you guys just think are awesome, or have cool music, or just have a cool outfit, or are just really funny, or what anime characters you'd want to fuck. But more so, I'm wanting to focus on what anime characters you think are your person, especially Dragon Ball Z Petard earring fusions. Granted, the way I look, my physical appearance, I'm a fat, ugly bastard, and I'm older than Gandalf. I'm like 900 years old, and I'm fat, and I'm weak, and I'm ugly as shit. I look like the Dragon Ball Z Petard earring fusion of Cthulhu and Skeletor that somebody beat with a fucking ugly stick. You know. So, yeah, that's depressing as fuck. But, let's talk about personality. I would say my personality could be described as, you know, a Dragon Ball Z Petard earring fusion of Sailor Moon and Yusuke Urameshi. Or take the Dragon Ball Z fusion of Astolfo and Jack Hanma. Or most accurately of all, my personality is what would happen if you combined in a Dragon Ball Z Petard earring fusion Krona from Soul Eater and Vash the Stampede from Trigun. I'm just saying this. If I went to a cosplay anime convention, anything convention, or just a fucking mall, dressed as Squall, and had a fucking gunblade, no one's gonna think that's a real weapon. it's... And even then, like, I know there's, you know, model collectors and stuff that try to make functional ones. But here's the thing. As a sword or as a gun, it wouldn't actually work correctly. And even trying to use it, you'd probably just break it. I don't think it would actually function. But it looks cool. So it'd really just be a big costume piece. But I'm just saying, like, no one would think the gun blade is real. I would probably be able to walk up to a police officer and be like, "Hi, want to look at my gun?" And he'd be like, "Oh, that looks awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Then again, would the police officer take out his gun and let me look at it too? Or is that... What are the protocols to that? Like, how do you make friendly conversation with people about guns? Or swords? Or what are really cool planes? Or cars? You guys ever, like... You guys go to a parking lot, you, like, see these cars that have these awesome decals? Or even sometimes full-on pictures on them? Or just a really... Like, there was one time I went to this one place. I was walking down the street. And apparently it was a much richer place than I ever thought. Because I'm just looking at the cars all lined up on the street in the park. And I'm like, each one of these is probably 100 fucking grand. Holy fucking shit. Because I was like, it's like, hey, I'll go to a new place. I'm trying to socialize. And I'm like, I may be out of my depth here. I don't think I'm in the right financial clique. I'm pretty sure any of these people here make more money in a year than I've made in my entire fucking life. Dear God. It's like, yep, It's like, I don't think I belong here. I'll just leave. But it's just like... Also, how does socialization work after the whole lockdown stuff that happened in the past? Because I'm like... It seems like everyone's more distant than they were back then. So I'm like, I'm not sure how that shit works anymore. What do you guys do? Like, say if you... Whether it's dating or just doing stuff for fun. How does socialization work? How do you, the viewer at home, do socialization? What is your go-to method for, like, I don't know, meeting people or doing something fun? I don't know. Feel free to let me know. I don't know. Fuck. But I'm just saying, no one would think the gunblade is real, but everybody would think it was awesome. And I'd be like, yes! Let me show it off. And I'd be like doing like little Jedi sword swings. Though, honestly, I feel like I need like one of those Wii straps that people have with the Nintendos. Because I might accidentally just like let go of the sword and throw it. Which I would hope wouldn't be toward a person. If it was, it wouldn't be on purpose. It would just be... I am not very good at hand-eye coordination. And I'm clumsy as fuck. I'd probably break a window. I'm just saying that. I'd probably want to break a window somehow. People were like, oh no! You were like at a mall, I broke the phone kiosk. Like, oh shit! The phone protector's on fire! How the fuck did that happen? It's like, oh no! We're just trying to think like the foods, like the mall, the food mall, what's it, food court? It's called a food court. Like, what if it was just like, oh no, it's in the stir-fry teriyaki! Oh no, I dropped it over... Something like mobile stories. Like, I dropped it over the ledge! Watch out below! No! Now I'm just imagining, like, what if I'm driving and I have the gun blade out the door, and I'm, like, trying to use, like, turn signals? You know that thing where people put their arms out the window and they, like, make turn signals with their arm? Then again, I think, like, if I did that while driving, one, that wouldn't be very safe. In terms of, like, you know, me driving and not wrecking. But also, I feel like people would take that as a wrong thing. Like, they would just see a giant sword thing. Like, I imagine they would think it was an actual weapon, because at that point, like, you're driving. And again, it's probably not legal to, like, wave a, you know, a costume piece. Like, even though it's not anything actually dangerous, I mean, what if I drop it? What if I like? I mean, heck, there's people like I imagine it's like you're not supposed to look at your cell phone while driving. So I'm pretty sure trying to do like silly, funny shit with that's not safe. That's probably not legal either. I don't know. Probably. I feel like common sense, like the common sense thing would be like, you shouldn't do that, and it's either illegal or it should be illegal. Or even if it's not against the law, I'm pretty sure like it falls under some other clause. I'm just saying gun blades look cool, okay? They're not functional in any way, but it looks fucking awesome. Would it be weird if I went on a date with a girl and I just showed up dressed as Squall and had a gun blade? I'm like, hi! Welcome to Buffalo Wild Wings. What do you have? Yeah, I'd like the hot wings and I'm just like sort of tapping a gun blade on my shoulder, and then somebody walks by and I break all the glass. It's like, oh shit! It's like, fuck! I was trying to look cool. It's like, I'm breaking everything. Either I would really annoy the shit out of everyone, or the people like would be like, hey, can I see your toy? Can I see your model? Like, yeah, here it is, see? And this thing part even turns, and see it swivels, and it's got the little tassel thing. And now we go from like, oh, there's a cool necklace thing on the thing, to now like I'm imaginary hitting it in the air, like I'm a fucking cat. Nya nya. I can't do the ara noise. Ara. Yeah, I can't fucking do that. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I'm sorry. Something about cats. Don't know. What if I started growing a bunch of gardens and plants, but instead of using clay pots, I just used a bunch of fish tanks? That way I could then see the roots of the plants. Like I could have a bunch of aloe plants and some, maybe some vegetables and stuff I could actually fucking eat. But then I could actually see the roots of the... It's either really smart or really dumb. I don't know. Then I could just wait a day and not water them, and just like I could just see the roots needing water. That's like sadistic, but for plants. So the fucking asshole. Or you could like pour the water in there and watch the roots absorb it. Great! We have found an alternative to watching paint dry. You fucking dumb son of a bitch! But that being said, could you use a fish tank? Obviously it would have to be a brand new one, clean one, because using an old one would be dirty. Especially if you're going to get food you'd be eating. But at the same time, what if I just grew a bunch of fucking scorpion peppers and ghost peppers and jalapenos and habaneros in a fucking fish tank full of dirt? I want York pepper patties. That sounds awesome. But anyway, back to... I'm just saying, Pokemon! Like, what if, like, the show, like, what if, like, Pokemon restarted? And it was a little bit more mature, and it was made like Adult Swim or some shit, and it was more mature, and, like, Ash was, like, 19 years old. Like, he's already graduated high school, done, like, a little bit of college, basically got an associate's degree. We're not saying, like, shit needs a fucking bachelor's or master's for most shit. Because honestly, there's so many things that require degrees. It's like that's just making it so hard to get the job. Maybe I could just get training on the job. But anyway, main point being, I'm just saying Ash is older. Everyone else is older. And for the most part, the initial parts of the season work out the same. Ash still runs into the same problems he has with each of the gym badges. Ash still loses that first Kanto League the exact same way. Goes to the Orange Islands, everything happens the same there too. Pokemon 2000 is canon, part of the show, because some people even say Orange Island Leagues don't count as canon. But I think not only is it canon, but it is the best part of the entire series. It is the prime Pokemon. But I'm just saying, at that point, let's say, and you're not like constantly making Ash 10 again and making him young and dumb and fuck, I'm getting rid of his starter Pokemon. No. Ash is going to keep getting older, or at least be in his 20s. Everyone else is also in their 20s by the time Johto and stuff's going on. And by the end of Orange Islands, Team Rocket, Jesse and James are fully 100% good guys. No deceptions, no ulterior motives. They're like best buddies with Ash, to the point where, Jesse and James are full on just hanging out with him. Heck, either one, Misty and Ash hit it off, or let's just say this, Misty and Ash just stay friends forever. And let's say, what if Ash and Jesse get together? Okay. Yes, I think Jesse is very attractive. So I may or may not be projecting here, just saying that I want to fuck a hot, busty redhead. But, just saying, Jessie from Pokemon, she has some nice thighs. She has a nice ass. She has tits. She has a pretty face. And now at least you know what I'm daydreaming about now. So we at least know why Lunar Date is spacing out, not saying shit. I'm imagining Jessie from Pokemon naked. Because boobies. Yeah, I'm supposed to be trying to talk here, and I'm still spacing out, thinking about Jessie. But aside from the whole, lewd stuff, like, maybe we should try to avoid the lewd stuff, because, let's just, how about this? Pokemon, but made the same maturity level as One Piece. How about that? So how about this? We're not going to go lewd at all, just like One Piece. One Piece, I mean, you guys can't give me any examples that how, of any of the episodes, because, One Piece has got, One Piece has not got that many episodes, right? If you were to sit down and you had, a day off work, you could probably watch every here's the thing. If you tried your best, would you be able to watch all of One Piece? If you had a day off work, if you, from beginning to end? Or at least, could you, try to watch all of One Piece in one day? It'd probably be taking over, you'd maybe only get a few hours of sleep, but could you watch all of One Piece in one day? I'm just saying all the episodes of One Piece. One Piece isn't lewd at all, right? You guys can't give me one example of all of One Piece. In the series of One Piece, they're not that lewd about anything, right? There's nothing lewd that happens in One Piece. You guys can't give me one example in the comments below about how One Piece may have done something that was even slightly lewd. But no. One Piece is fully wholesome. There is no lewd in One Piece, right? The adventures of Luffy and the Straw Hats, going to get the One Piece. There is no lewd, right? There's nothing lewd that happens in One Piece. So yeah, we'll hold Pokemon, the new mature version of it, to that same standard, where we'll make a show that's not lewd at all, just like One Piece, held to the same wholesomeness standard of One Piece. I'm just saying I really like the Orange Islands, and like the direction we're going, and I wanted Jesse and James to be good guys, and they could just be full on, just hang out with Ash, and we're all bros and having fun, and then, I'm sorry, I'm imagining Jessie naked again. I'm trying to think of what her cup size is. Then again, all boobs are awesome. Opie is premium. No, medium is premium. Opie is something, but it's awesome. And flat is justice. I like boobs of all sizes, okay? I'm imagining the jiggle physics. I'm definitely not going to look up later on Google 1, what is Jesse's cup size? Or 2, certain words that may rhyme with Shpentai. With, you know, Jesse from Pokemon. Oh, right. But yeah, Team Rocket, like, they're good guys now. But then, like, you know, Giovanni and the rest of Team Rocket, like, they're still bad guys. They're new bad guys. But they're even more mature and more violent, bad people. So, like, Jesse and James were only ever comedic villains. And we'd still keep that. Like, everything would be more mature. But, like, during the whole thing, Jesse and James aren't evil. They're just, like, the villains, but they're comedic villains. But then once they become good guys, they might maintain a tiny bit of comedy, but most part they're just normal characters, like Brock and Misty. But the new villains are going to be, like, not comedic at all. And by that, you're going to, like, see just a huge contrast between what Jesse and James were as comedic villains as opposed to more serious villains. It's like trying to think of a good comedic villain. Fuck. Shit! I can't think of any good examples. Yeah. Nothing's coming to mind. I'm drawing a blank. I don't remember what we're talking about. Something about Pokemon and Batman and... I'm sorry, I have no idea what... Let's actually do the thing we came here to do. We didn't even finish reading things. Sigil of Beerus? It's not Dragon Ball Z Super. Bjor. I don't know how to pronounce things. Hypos, Astaroth, Asmodeus, Balfar, Marabas, Masago, Garrus, Bale. Okay, let's start with this one. External. I have external. Okay. Sigil of Bale. Grants invisibility while Isaac is not attacking. Each room, random enemies will be charmed. That's... I mean, that's a thing. Do I change physical appearance? You're invisible! Dumbass! Oh, I go back to being invisible when I'm not shooting. I thought it would... Oh. Kitty cat! That's overpowered as shit. The cat, the Neko. Look at this. He's a little tired yawnies. Okay, I'm too easily amused by that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I even forgot to do the Pokemon. We'll do that. Like I said, we will do the Pokemon mod next time with 100. No, that's not accurate. With 34% more me focusing on doing what I'm actually supposed to be doing. Okay, what's this one do? Garis randomly causes a devastating earthquake upon killing an enemy, and you gain 2 black hearts. Looks like a ship anchor in a way. So you get 2 black hearts. Just surrounded by cats, though. I don't know if they died because of the black heart or because of the earthquake. Go. But it's supposed to kill an earth. Where's my earthquake? Is it when I kill all enemies? Like all, it's like Hagalas, you know, rune, destroy all the rocks. Get the fuck back here! Try new Power Thirst, made with lightning. Real lightning! Okay, so it is when we get done. Okay, new run. I probably should avoid doing that too much or else my neighbors will complain. But they shouldn't be home right now, so... yeah. Okay. It destroys secret rocks. What? So if I just walk into a room and there's a secret tainted special blue rock thing, whatever I'm supposed to call it. Why does it look like plankton from SpongeBob? But so it just automatically gets destroyed. All crawl spaces lead to black market or the item error. And it's damage up. Right, I keep forgetting. Do I get? Nope. There are no physical differences. Okay. How would spin down dice work? I don't know. I don't feel like testing it though. Damage up depending on how many health containers Isaac has. So, are we talking full or empty? Oh, is it how many I have total? How many I have full? How many I have empty? Like adrenaline, panic with powers, depending on how many you have empty. Tears have a chance to be poisonous and drop a full red heart. Fully heals Isaac. Okay, I mean it's... okay. Damn it! I was trying to... health and... Valfar. Okay. +3 luck. Allows Isaac to steal items from shops. Devil rooms and black markets, decreasing luck by 1. So I'm trading luck for stealing shit. Reaching negative luck will instantly kill Isaac. But would my shopkeepers get pissed at if I steal it? But reaching negative luck will kill me. Damn. Ah, I can't stack luck. Okay, push the correct buttons. Okay, Lunar. I still don't really remember what this does. Okay. Once in a while, Isaac will vomit a massive burst of flames. Each flame deals 30% of Isaac's damage. And you gain 2 blank. GIF! Okay. Fucking hell! Okay, I need to leave the room because... yeah, whatever. Paimon. Digimon. Digital monsters. Digimon are the champions! Change into digital champions to save the digital world. Yeah, Digimon. Digital rationary. Grant's flight. I mean, it is an angel character, which is kind of odd given the... it looks like a bunch of vibrating penguins! Secret rooms are revealed in the map. When all secret rooms have been visited, grants all stats up and removes curses for current floor. Neat. That is cool. Sigil of the Unpronounceable. 0.3 speed up. Upon entering a room, sponsoring 3 and 6 random flies. When Isaac is damaged, 1 random familiar is spawned for the rest of the room. Interesting. Give me. Epos. Increase damage depending how near you are from the enemy, leaving a trail of powder. Piercing tears. Meh. And here's the thing. I would have had to trade health for this, right? Astaroth. Slows down enemy projectiles. Tears now accelerate. Tears up. Okay. Asmodeus. Speed up, damaging enemies increases luck by up to 0.2, the rest of the room up to 9. Grants immunity against creep, fire, spikes, and poops. Neat. Okay. Volunk. As far as there's no Witcher 3 mod for Isaac. Granted, I did play Witcher 3 on my PS4 years and years back, but I don't think my computer can handle it. Enemies of the same type share their health. Isaac leaves random creep behind. That's interesting, but it's definitely not something I would have expected. Okay, Belial. At the start of each floor, Isaac receives a damage boost. If Isaac picks up any hearts, the boost will go away. If the boost lasts until the next floor, Isaac will be rewarded with 2 items. That is interesting. Okay, Baphomet. As Isaac goes below, all his stats are increased. Sometimes Isaac will fire a rotating brimstone? What do you mean, rotating brimstone? I don't know if the transformation is for the Baphomet thing, or because I have so fucking many. Damn it, I'm trying to... whatever. Right. Lucifer. You. Grants flight and 2 black hearts. 25% chance of spawning a friendly demon when killing an enemy. The first 2 seconds in a room, Isaac deals... What? Well, that's cool. What item would we have to accept? Yay, that's awesome! I can steal things, though. Lost some luck, no one got pissed. I was kind of expecting like a Enter the Gungeon sort of thing. Right, I have flight. Little Han's one of the best familiars. That and Psyfly. You guys ever... There's a Korean pop star called Psy. He does these really cool songs like Gangnam Style and Mother, Father, Gentleman and Daddy and New Face, and I love it. He even did a music video once called Hangover, where he did it with Snoop Dogg. The whole video is him trying to outdrink Snoop Dogg. Which, I mean, I'm not a drinker myself. The main thing I would say about drinking is that if people do it, you should just know your limits, I guess. Just know how much you can drink, not get fucked up, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, not a drinker. I do like Barks root beer. And, is that my friend? Friendo. Hi, boss. Jesus juice. Nom 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 nom. Ooh. Go through doors, on the floors. What? Why are you here? Would he have offered me stuff? Oh. I think he would have been offering me these sigils that I would have taken starting on the 2nd floor, and then every floor you're going to offer me a choice of one or the other. You're going to let me have both? Or is it because of the Baphomet they gave the 2 items? I don't know, but either way. Planetarium. I know some people would find these kind of overpowered builds boring, but I think this is the most enjoyable way to play this game. Where I'm like, hi everyone! Draw! Cats! Yay, kitty cats! So many fucking flies. First person. Monstro! I feel like I want to spawn something. I don't know what I want to spawn. Even though our room's gonna have extra shit in it. Right? Because... Hello? Hello? Am I on you? What? Okay, J. Monsters. It would be actually interesting to spawn a lot of. Any suggestions? And of course I could do this deep laboratories or feed folio or well anything really. It's Mega Man. Do 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 do. I am Mega Man. This is my mega plan. You die. Do 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 do. Neckos. Got what I was doing. Ow. Did they... I think it was the flies? He is attacked by frame rate. Little Hans's the only one here staying on task. Cool. I have an idea. You know, at one point I actually did look up to see if there was a more realistic spiders, which I did not find any mods for realistic spiders. But the idea is I wanted to have a bunch of realistic spiders and then do this. I did this earlier with a different mod with spiders, but it was a mod that made all the bosses into sexy anime girls. So while it was still a spider monster girl, right, I have like 100 flies that do like 1,000 damage. What is even on the ground? What has happened here? But I do have flight. Real quick about this. Exit mod. Let's see if that works. I don't know if I had to restart. New run. Consider putting God mode on. Nah. Granted, I showed this earlier. And I did technically do this with the sexy anime girl versions of Greed. Ultra Greedier. But... Senator Armstrong, of course there's Nano Machines version too. You and hello? There he is, Senator Armstrong. Also Senator Armstrong. Oh. We crashed.